Okay, this is a video for a 99 Jetta Mark IV 2.0. I had an overheat yesterday in a parking lot, and at first I thought maybe it was a thermostat, just because thermostats get old and blow, and that's what happens. It ended up being a cracked hose. I'll show you the hose real quick. Alright, this guy right there. Alright, let me see if I can find the burst for you. My focus isn't great on my phone. There we go, that's a little better. I know it's on here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so see that crack right there? That was spewing water and coolant everywhere. I barely made it home. I had to take the highway, so I just refilled everything. Got there, and overheat light came on again just as I was about to get home, just like maybe 1,000 feet shy. So thankfully I didn't crack my head or anything like that. But here it is. So that'll happen. If you get an overheat, if you start spilling, do a full investigation first. Don't always assume that it's going to be the water pump or the thermostat. This is a pretty quick fix. This is kind of a, hey, if you're new at replacing hoses, not hose. If you're new at replacing this kind of stuff, then this is a good little video for you. These are the clamps that go on there. These are a pretty classic traditional clamp. You can get open with regular pliers or needle nose, just depending on your preference of what you want to use. If you're using regular pliers, then make sure that you have them set to that. It's the wide grip, and that way you can get a squared up stance. If you do it the other way, if you can figure it out the other way, then great. You're going to squeeze it like that, and it's not going to have a straight attack on each side of the clamp there. Okay, so flip it over. All right. Again, this is kind of for people that are just new at this kind of stuff. You haven't done anything like this. Everybody else, you kind of know how these work. So flip that out, you get a better attack on it. All right. I know it's already taken apart, so it's kind of a crappy video because I didn't show you how to take everything apart, but it's pretty simple. Your air intake hose is super easy. All right. You're going to, I can't remember which way it went on there. I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, there we go. So it went on just like this. All right. And I had to do the same thing with those pliers. I had to do the exact same thing I was just talking about with this kind of clamp. All right. And I did it on that, and I did it on this end as well, as you can see. What I do is I put tape, some sort of marker around anything that I need to reconnect, because everything's almost the same color under here. So it's very easy to put everything back together, and then say you hit a wire like this, and you forgot to put it back in, and then you go to start your car, and nothing happened. I accidentally spent a bunch trying to get through something like that. Anyways, so disconnect your hoses. All right, this is from the previous owner. That's obviously a crappy hose. This is not original, but this goes right there. All right, I went ahead and left this one on because it's got a like a permanent clamp on there. It's not going to come off. No big deal. So I took the hose off. I took a wire connector off of there. I took another one down here. I disconnected this hose right there. This just was by hand. I slipped it back. Once you get, now the hose that I had to replace was right there. Okay. It hooks to that T, as you can see, and it also hooks right inside there. I'm sorry, not hooks, but goes on. If I can get my light to hold still, get a focus for you. All right, you guys see that little pipe? Hopefully you can see that little pipe right there. Pretty simple. I took that side off first. The reason I took that side off first is because this side is much more flexible. So if I need to get a better angle on this one, I can just manhandle it and move it around however I need to. All right, so that is just a plastic tree that's hooked up to two other hoses. So see, I can move that around. So that's what I did. So I took it off that end, then I took it off this end, and we're good to go. Now I'm gonna go down to the parts store and see if I can get a new hose for that. Should be rather simple. A lot of times some part places can find you like a fabricated hose that's not for your car but still fits the same measurements. So hopefully they will have the clamps for me too. Again, this is the hose I'm looking for. Obviously about 3.5 inches long with 2 clamps. Once I get that back together, fingers crossed that my thermostat doesn't go out. but it's old, so I might just replace it. Please, any input on this that's helpful. If you've had this happen because of the thermostat, then get on here. Let me know. Post up. Let everybody know what are some easier ways to do this. So, again, real raw, simple video, kind of for people who have never really gotten into taking apart stuff and might be kind of timid towards it. So, all right, thanks for watching.